So these last 4 or 5 months, there's been 4 or 5 goals that I have just been going crazy on. It's been taking up all my mental energy. It's been taking up all my physical energy. I've been exhausting myself trying to accomplish this stuff. And then I get to this month and I actually knock out like all of them. I've already knocked out like 4 or 5 things that have been on my list for the last like 4 months. So sitting there after I do that, I'm sitting there thinking, and I'm like eager, like I'm almost like I feel accomplished, and I'm eager to tell somebody. I'm eager to, talk about the hard work I put in, or talk about how hard it was to get to where I got to get to the goals that I wanted to accomplish. And it's like I'm sitting there, and I'm like, fuming off this energy of accomplishment and like succeeding my goals, because I hit a certain weight on squat that I was trying to hit, and then I also like got an apartment I've been trying to get, and it's like certain problems that have been causing me a lot of issues for a long time, or things that I've been looking forward to for a long time, a lot longer than it took to get there. Like, once I started actually just trying to do it immediately and putting the work in and focusing and being consistent. And then I sit there and I realize, like, yeah, I wanna tell somebody, I wanna tell a friend, or I wanna tell, somebody about something. But then I realize I can't tell. There's not one person, not one single person that I know right now that I could tell all my accomplishments or all the things that I just did. Like, I can't tell them all of those goals and they'll understand all of them. Like, I could maybe tell a friend or two about my workout goals and they might understand, but I can't tell them about the business ventures. I can't tell them about some of the struggles I have been dealing with that, I just got myself out of, or something like that. Like that, there's certain things I can't tell everybody. And there's not one person that I can actually tell everything to, that I can share all my accomplishments or all my goals with. And like that just has me thinking, like, at the end of the day, you really only have yourself. Like, you can't sit there and tell somebody all of your goals and expect them to understand that, because they're not you. They don't know the work that you put in to get to where you are, to actually attain those goals. They don't know where you came from, and like how hard things may have been before you got to that point. They just see what you are now, and they're like, oh, things are normal. You got there like everybody else did, or whatever they may think. They don't understand your personal, unique issues, and like trials and tribulations and struggles that you've been dealing with. And everybody deals with stuff on their own, but it's just like people are so self-centered. Like, you got to understand, you got to be self-centered yourself. Like, you got to be able to look out for yourself, because nobody's looking out for you at the end of the day. Not everything that you're doing, not all your goals that you're trying to accomplish. They may be understanding about a few, understanding about one or two, may act like they understand, but regardless, they don't understand you in the full picture, and they don't understand what you're actually working towards, and they don't understand all the work that you put in to get to where you are, and to actually accomplish the things that you accomplished. And that's why, like, no matter how much you feel like you want to talk to somebody about the goals you accomplished or the things that you did, like, it's better to not. It's better to just keep it to yourself and be proud of yourself for accomplishing it. But you can't really like look for that in other people. Look for validation for other people to understand you, or to understand that you just accomplished a huge goal for yourself. Like, nobody cares. Nobody cares about your goals. Everybody just cares about their own goals. And it doesn't matter how much they talk about caring about your goals. At the end of the day, they are primarily focused on what they need to accomplish, or they're primarily focused on what they want. So there's really no point to tell them, because at the end of the day, it's not really going to help anybody. It's not going to help you. It's not going to help them. And they're not going to fully understand the full picture of what you're going towards, or the full aspect of every single goal you're trying to accomplish. They're just not going to understand it, because they're not you. And that doesn't mean they just don't care about you. That doesn't mean that they don't necessarily give a fuck, but they just don't understand for sure. And they might not give a fuck, but regardless, they're not going to understand it. So there's no point to really tell them. Just think about your goals and realize that you did accomplish that, and just let it be fuel to accomplish more goals. But keep that to yourself and keep that within yourself, because that's just going to keep you going, keep you stronger, keep you, moving forward. Whereas if you're trying to get some validation from other people and you expecting them to be excited about your goals, and they don't give a fuck when you tell them, and there's no reaction because they don't understand what you did, and they don't understand the big picture of like what it took to accomplish that goal. Like, they just don't understand, so they don't really give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not gonna care like you want them to care, so there's no point to even tell them, because what's it gonna accomplish? Disappointment. I'm sick of being disappointed, matter of fact. So I think I'm gonna do my own thing for a while, and keep some shit to myself. I accomplish my goals, okay, on to the next one. That's just the mentality you gotta have. Otherwise, like, what the fuck is the point of all this? All right, guys, I'll be back on here. Stay up. Have a good night.